That's right, we are. And there's two ways to be a new property, aren't there?
Yes, you're either buying a property or you're selling a property.
Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard and we'll talk about buying a property before Christmas. So you can see this is the week we're in now, and we're saying that this weekend is the weekend that you make your final decision that you are going to be moving. From there, we actually need to work backwards. So we've got down here in December, the 20th of December circled as D-Day, in other words, settlement date. Now, one of the steps you'll need to do is actually have a solicitor or a conveyancer. It's important that you talk to your solicitor or conveyancer and make sure they're still working there, because a lot of solicitors will finish early, a week early, which could cost you a week's time. Most conveyancers will work right up till Christmas. So that's our special day there, or somewhere in this week. That allows you to start moving in on the 21st, and you'll have your Christmas tree up by Christmas Day. Let's work backwards. We're deciding to move. First step, next Monday, is to get in touch with your broker and do a capacity check. Now, we recommend a broker over your bank, but why is that, Telisha?
Well, Paul, I would say with a bank, they have lots of different niches and processes that they use, whereas a broker can definitely assess your situation and be a little bit more personalised for your situation. They may be able to find you options that a bank couldn't find you and provide you with. So that's why I'd say a broker's a better option to
yes, so a bank is a specialist in just the policies and procedures that they have. A broker understands the policies and procedures of every lender. So you've got more options and more chance of getting something that will suit you down to the ground. So capacity check on that day. We're going to use red pen for the buyer. Now, that's a 15-minute phone call with a broker. If you're needing some recommendations as to trusted brokers, send us a message with your suburb and broker details and we'll send it to you. The 15 minutes gives them an idea of where you're going to be spending your money and what price range, and it might take up to a week to actually get the formal pre-approval. But once you've got this, you can actually start hitting the internet and looking for property shortlisting and booking inspections.
Yeah.
And that's the exciting part, hey?
It is exciting, yeah.
All right, so once we do that, we're working on most contracts, if you're purchasing, will have either a 42, a 35 or a 28-day settlement period. Most commonly it's a 6-week or 42 days, which means that's the key date here for a 6-week contract. But please be aware, are you locked into a 6-week contract if the house you like says 6 weeks?
Look, absolutely not. So the main thing is obviously the owner to be happy with the price. Everything else can be negotiable, Paul. So things like the terms of the settlement date can definitely be negotiable.
Yeah, and remember, you're wanting to move in by Christmas, there's every chance that your vendor or the house you like, they want to move out before Christmas. So that's a negotiation. So if you can find something, you can actually put in an offer and then say, but we need a 4-week settlement, not a 6-week settlement. And then that becomes the agent who's selling the property, negotiating with the owners and with you. So that's the process if you're buying. Now, if you want to sell, a little bit more complicated because there's a few more hoops to jump through. So essentially we're using the same decide date this weekend. Now, obviously next week becomes vitally important because we're still working off the same end date. So the next week there is vitally important. You need to pick a conveyancer or solicitor and ask them to get a contract of sale drawn up. It will probably take, if you order it on Monday, it'll probably take the full week to get it. That's also the time that during that week you want to do any house tidying up, decluttering and boxing away unnecessary stuff so that your agent can come in and take photos in the latter part of the week with the view of getting it online onto the web portals in the following week. Now, from there, we work backwards from here. If you put conveyancer to do a 4-week or a 6-week?
We'd recommend a 4-week.
We do recommend a 4-week because there's no guarantee on how long it will take to sell your property. So 4 weeks over 6 weeks gives you an extra 2 weeks. Okay, so we're selling there. The 4-week, that means that we need to exchange contracts somewhere between the 20th and 22nd of November, which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 selling weeks to sell your property. Can we sell a property in 4 weeks, Telisha?
That's a silly question, Paul. Without energy experience, we can do it.
We can. So average days on the market is around that, excuse me, is around that 28 days. So great marketing campaign, lots of people coming through, and there are people that really want to be in their new house by Christmas. So there's motivated buyers right now. So in summary, what are we saying is the first big decision?
This weekend to make that decision whether you're going to go ahead with purchasing or selling your property.
If you've got thoughts of buying or selling, this weekend is probably your last weekend to make that decision and then get going. As always, if you've got any specific questions or general questions even, get in touch with us, send us a message and we'll give you a call and we're happy to help.
See you next time.
See you guys.